After surviving the relentless running attack of Air Force and watching North Carolina State rack up 5 sacks on Cincinnati in an 11-point Bearcats loss last week, Oklahoma had to be looking forward to facing the conventional offense of Cincinnati on Saturday. One caveat, though. This was the first time this season that Oklahoma would hit the road, where the Sooners have notoriously struggled. Bob Stoops' boys had won 33 in a row at home, but lost 5 of their last 7 away from Owen Field. Playing in the Bengals' Paul Brown Stadium, almost 60,000 fans showed up, most hoping to see the Bearcats pounce on the Sooners. Cincy got on the board first, but OU led 7-3 late in the first quarter when Landry Jones found his favorite target, junior Ryan Broyles. In the center of the end zone on the 5-yard pass, OU led 14-3 with 1:38 left in the first. Broyles had 10 catches for 100 yards. It was his 7th straight game with at least 100 yards receiving. But it didn't take long for Cincinnati to respond. Bearcats drove 89 yards in under 2 minutes, topped by the 4-yard TD pass from Zach Collaros to John Goebel. The extra point was no good, and OU led 14-9, 15 seconds into the second quarter. Just a short time later, it looked like the Bearcats were going to grab the lead, and Collaros found DJ Woods for what looks certain to be a 78-yard score. Jonathan Nelson saved Quentin Carter's behind by making the great hustle play and forcing the fumble into the end zone, where Carter happily recovered the ball. Disaster was averted, and the Sooners held a 17-9 advantage at the break. Cincy started the second half with a 3-and-out while OU drove 92 yards in 9 plays and only 3 minutes. Highlight of the drive was the Moses Madu leap for a 9-yard gain. Madu would run it in from 5 yards out. OU led 24-9 with 25 minutes left. Madu ran 8 times for 28 yards and the score. Bearcats kicked a couple of field goals and were within 9, 24-15 a few seconds into the fourth. Then, with under 12 minutes remaining, Landry Jones makes his one big mistake. Trying to throw back across his body, Jones is picked off by J.K. Schaefer on the Cincy 29. Bearcats would go deep and score another touchdown, and Collaros connected with DJ Woods again, this time for 36 yards. Woods had 7 catches for 171 yards. OU's lead had dwindled to 24-22 with a ton of time remaining. But the Sooners' defense and special teams stepped up in a big way. Defensive end Price Macon forced Collaros into a costly fumble. And then, DJ Woods again, but this time he fumbles the Tressway punt. James Hanna, James Winchester fight over it, recover it. Who knows who actually recovered the ball, but Winchester comes out of the scruff with it. 2 plays later, Landry Jones finds freshman fullback Trey Millard for the 5-yard score. Jones completes a career-high 36 passes for 370 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Good thing, because the Sooners had more penalty yards at 113 than rushing yards at 82. Still, it's enough, as OU weathers a late Cincy touchdown and improves to 4-0 with a 31-29 win over Bush Jones and the Bearcats.
Listen, I just want to win. I don't care if it's at home or on the road or where it's at, and absolutely, like I said, last year was not that long ago, and I remember in this losing some really tight, tough games, and this feels a heck of a lot better.
You know, I was always confident in our guys. We were moving the ball pretty good against the defense, and Cincinnati played a great game. You know, at home they're going to make some big plays, but I felt like every time they made a big play, we came out and answered.
We were talking about how it builds character, you know, so coming down to the end and had to get the drive going and sustaining the clock as long as we could, so it just shows and builds on the character for the season.
We went out there and just took care of business. You know, it's our first away game. You know, we felt like we had to go out there and prove that, you know, we could go out and play away from home.
We're still learning, still growing. The best teams we've had have gotten better and better, and that's what we're trying to do. So, you know, we're not trying to win ugly, and we're not trying, but we're not greedy enough or arrogant enough to think winning isn't good. And except for the 1 turnover we had, we could do better, but there's still a lot of positives on the offense. We're going to keep building on the positives.
Oh, yeah, you know, I can't say enough about the young guys because, as y'all know, we have a lot of young guys out there, and they all stepped up today. When it was tough, you know, we were you know, fighting through adversity, and it wasn't a perfect game. It was a real sloppy game as far as penalties, as far as, you know, missed tackles and missed assignments and whatnot. And I'm just glad that, you know, starting, you know, coming from the freshmen all the way to the seniors, we were able to you know, fight and and come up with a big win in a tight game like that. So.
While it certainly wasn't pretty, Oklahoma did at least get the win on Saturday, which is more than can be said for Texas, which lost at home to UCLA 34-12. While Texas is 4-1 against Oklahoma over the last 5 years, the last time the Longhorns did lose in the Red River rivalry was also the last time they lost the week before, 2007, when OU beat the Longhorns 28-21. Reporting from Cincinnati, Damon Fontenot, News OK Sports.